Ever since I built my first home gym in 2011, I've had my gym in the exact same place in the house, and that's here. This is the garage gym. We call it Garage Gym Reviews for a reason, but many of you have home gyms or basement gyms. So today, I'm leaving the garage gym. It's actually kind of sad. Maybe I'll hate it. Let me show you what I'm gonna build. Come on. The future basement gym. I thought I'd never do this. You probably did too. Hey guys, it's Coop from Garage Gym Reviews. Today I'm talking about a basement gym. Yes, a basement gym build. Before I go into the plans of exactly what I want to build, I want to take you through the timeline of my garage gyms and how I got to here. Now, if you'd like to see every step of the basement gym build, let me know in the comments. I can do full in-depth videos if you'd like to see it. Also, make sure you subscribe if you'd like to see that. Now, back to my first gym. I was in college, I had a one-car garage, I was renting with two buddies, and I turned half of it into my garage gym. That's my very first garage gym. It was only half because my buddy also wanted to park in the gym. Then my second gym, I got married, moved to a 2-bed, 2-bathroom duplex with, I love twos, 2-car garage. I built the garage, set it up before I even put furniture in the house. Priorities. That's where I started Garage Gym Reviews. Man, I had a lot of fun in that garage, but my parents called me up and said they wanted to move their house but didn't want to go through the process of refinishing it because it was really old, and they'd sell it to us for a good price. Bought that house. That gave me a 3-car garage. That's the 3-car garage with the plywood walls. You may remember those plywood walls. I actually put up on those walls when I was 12 years old. Gosh dang it, that was a rough summer. It was my childhood home. I made a ton of changes to that garage, whether it was putting all the equipment in. I also removed all the plywood walls and had drywall put in. I basically upgraded the house, and you'll kind of find a theme here. We move, kind of upgrade and improve the house, sell it, and then move to another house. I moved to another house. We lived there for less than a year, various reasons, but it had a 2-car garage and then a 1-car that was attached as well. I actually almost fell through that ceiling as I was trying to change out the lighting and do some garage door electrical work. Partially tore my MCL.
Okay, buddy.
Why? You know my knee's hurting. I could have fallen. But I'm good today. Then we moved again, and that was my last garage. That was a 2-car with a 1-car garage. I love that garage. We lived there for about 4 or 5 years, and now I'm here. I want to live here a long time, and so I have plans to make this exactly what I want. We have quite a bit of acreage here, and eventually I would like to build a shop gym. But I moved into this house, and it has an absolutely ridiculously large John Deere room. For those that are unaware, a John Deere room is essentially a room where people put their tractors. Some people like it. Well, I've got this huge, it's about 1,200 square feet, John Deere room that I've tried to figure out what I wanted to do with it. I can't think of anything. So one thing that came to mind, many of our audience have basement gyms and home gyms. Personally, I've never had a basement gym. I've always had it in the garage. So I'm gonna turn this freaking basement into the best basement gym. Yes, watch out, basement Brandon. Best basement gym, best inside home gym, best domicile gym you've ever freaking seen. Let's walk through my plans. Come on. Into the basement. This is the future gym. This is around 1,200 square feet. It is fully underground except for double doors. Let's start over there and I'll tell you kind of what I'm thinking. As you can see, there's no outside lighting in here. One thing I loved about a garage gym is you can open up the doors and you have a ton of light. You don't even need windows. This is pretty much fully submerged. Now I could add windows to where the drywall you see here, but it's a brick house, so I don't really want to deal with all that. So to start, maybe long term I'll add windows, but to start, I'm going to turn these into full glass French doors so I have access going out and in because a lot of equipment will come in, but also so I have natural light coming in. Now I'll talk about the flooring here in a minute, but there's a lot of updates that need to happen to this space in order to make it good both for video and just make it nice to use. One is electrical. Right now there are 3 different lights here. I want to put full can lights all throughout. Trying to decide the exact layout of that, but one of my thoughts is I want to have stations for where we do different things. Let me take you to the squat rack station. This is where the squat racks will live. I plan to use my setup that I have now in the garage, which is 2 rogue racks. It's 6 posts, so we'll basically have them here, and then over here will be where the Prime Smart Arm is off of this side. Then I'm thinking dumbbell rack. Where do I want the dumbbell rack? I have a prime dumbbell rack with sliding drawers on the bottom. It's a 4-stack. I'm thinking either over here or another spot I was thinking is way over there. Now you may be wondering, what's all this equipment doing in there? Well, when I moved, I had a ton of extra equipment. I didn't know where I was gonna put it, so I just stuck it down here. When we do flooring, I'm probably gonna have to move this out, do flooring, and then move it back in. Which brings me to the floor. Training on concrete is not that great. Ask me how I know. I've been training in my garage on just concrete for some time. It causes your benches to move a lot. Also, you're not really protecting your foundation when you drop weights. It's not ideal. I'm really wanting to make this like a premium gym. So because of that, I want to do rolled rubber. And the rolled rubber I'm going to use is Play Achieve. Play makes an 18mm rolled rubber that is used in nearly every university gym. They are fantastic. And then on this run, as you walk into the door, this full lane here, which is around 40 feet, is going to be turf, about 4 feet wide or so. So you can do some sled work, you can do some sprint work. But the other thing is I've got a lot of kids, and my kids like to come out to the gym, and I like them out in the gym with me when I'm working out. So this full run that you see here, one thing I had in my last garage gym is a monkey bar area. This whole thing is gonna be monkey bar area where you can attach Olympic rings and things like that, so you can do Ninja Warrior type stuff. Now, I have some plans for this wall behind me, actually behind the wall, which I'll show you in a moment, but let me take you outside first and show you kind of what I'm gonna do for recovery areas. One thing I did think about, just so I could still have a garage feel, is to do a glass garage door. That would give glass too. The one problem with that is going in and out. Anytime you open it up, you're gonna let out all the heat or all the cool, depending on the season. And one thing that's gonna be amazing about this space, I'll tell you after we go outside. Okay, so right now, as you can see, I've got my sauna here. And that's because eventually, my plan is to move the sauna and put it right here. So this is where the sauna hopefully will live. I'm thinking about putting a concrete pad here and then running 220. This is a real sauna. It's not an infrared sauna, so it needs a lot of electrical power to heat up the volcanic rocks. But one reason I wanted to do that is because we've got a pond I've been working on in the backyard, and this will allow you to sit in the sauna while you're looking out at a pond, which I think would be pretty cool. All right, back inside. Now, one reason that your heat and your cold would dissipate is because this is gonna be completely climate controlled. And the nice thing about this space, which is unique to most John Deere rooms that I've seen, it actually has full HVAC system that's connected to the rest of the basement. So this is gonna be fully heated and cooled thanks to these vents for the entire space. Now, for anybody that's trained in a garage, you'll recognize that sounds freaking amazing, because most of the time in a garage gym, you either have mini splits or you have, say, a propane top heater, or you just go with whatever the season gives you. This should allow for a very comfortable space. The other reason it should be comfortable are these concrete walls. Now, one question I'd have for you, for anybody that knows, what should I do with these concrete walls? If you got an idea, let me know in the comments. All right, then over to this wall. Behind this wall, for whatever reason, they have a massive utility room. And the utility room, it just has a bunch of unused space. What I wanna do is I wanna take out this wall right here, run this wall this way, and then that will give me all this wall to use. To basically drywall this off, put full lighting in here, have the wall that comes here, and then use this for a big wall control pegboard where I can put all sorts of cable attachments, and then use this potentially for, say, my dumbbell rack, and put a TV or something over the top. That's my plan right now. Let me know if you have a better idea for what I should do with it. Now, I did have a rendering made of the gym. This is kind of what we're looking at, and this is what I'm thinking flooring. So this will be French doors. This is this cutout over here. I thought about making this like an actual training spot. So maybe this is like leg equipment. I plan to have a leg press, leg extension, leg curl, hack squat, pendulum squat, and hip thrust. We'll see, I'm trying to figure out layout. These are two of the posts that are in here. One of the annoying things about this is you do have to keep those posts. I'll probably paint them. If you have an idea for how I should wrap those and maybe use them in some way, let me know. I have to work around those. And then this is the turf along that back wall. So I'm trying to figure out layout. If you've got ideas that you think I should implement, let me know in the comments. But this is the overall space we're looking at. It's a lot of space. Honestly, the biggest gym I will ever personally have, the biggest one I've had so far has been a 3-car garage. This is 1,200 square feet, that's over a 4-car garage, maybe close to a 5-car garage. So I definitely have enough room to work with. It's just figuring out the Tetris of where to put things and then getting it all dialed in with the drywall work, the lighting, everything. Now, this does bring up the question about the pole barn. I have a dream of doing a pole barn gym. I would love to have a pole barn. I got a quote for the pole barn and it made me sick. It was so expensive. It's like, geez, that is insane. Right now, I've got this space. I've never trained in a home gym. I do think it will allow me to give a unique perspective because I've used garage gyms for so long. Now I can use a basement gym and I'll be able to have a good idea of what it feels like in a home gym. I hope I like it. The thing I'm probably most looking forward to about this space though is the climate control. Being able to train in the middle of winter and having the gym at 72, that's gonna be pretty freaking amazing. Let me know in the comments what you think. Anything I should add to the gym, and if you'd like to see more in-depth videos on this, because I could do more to show you all the different processes. The main from Garage Gym Reviews. I'll see you next time. Peace.